I am so excited about this video. Recently, I did a poll on social if you usually do vision boarding or if you've done yours, and overwhelmingly the response was, no, I haven't, and what are you talking about, and how do you do it, and I don't even know where to start. And I was like, oh, this is like my favorite thing to talk about, especially in December. So I'm thrilled to do this video for you, and I hope you find it helpful. Please let me know if you need clarification or if you have other questions as we go. And I didn't even tell my kids I was doing this video, so neighbor kids could come, the dogs could bark, the kids could scream, so just be prepared. This could be a very entertaining video. All right, you guys, so this morning I was thinking about this video, and I thought of the most perfect analogy. I think this is the smartest thing I've said all year. Vision boarding is like making a meal plan. Let me explain. Okay, when you make a meal plan for your week, you might not stick to it exactly like you've laid out, but you are much more likely to eat the things on your meal plan than if you don't write anything down. I mean, it's just the same with your vision board. You can absolutely achieve your goals, you can keep them in your head, you can make lots of progress and be wildly successful without a vision board. But if you do take the time to write it down, you're that much more likely to achieve those things. Oh my gosh, I just think that's the smartest thing. So it's like creating a map for your year. It's very powerful to see your goals written down every day. It's very powerful to take what's in your head and translate it through your hand and a pen or pencil to paper. It just, in summary, I suppose, makes it real. It's taking your ideas and it's making them real. It's more concrete. It's more of a thing. When you hang it on your wall or see it on your wall, it's absolutely like, okay, that's what I'm doing. It's completely different in my mind than keeping it all up here. So I highly recommend that you do this. So I'm going to talk to you about exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you mine. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. And I hope it's helpful. So first you need to spend some time brainstorming. This part actually takes me several months. I think about my goals for several months, but we don't have that kind of time because it's almost the end of December. That's okay. You just need to start with some unloading of your brain onto paper. So if I were you, I would set aside 20 minutes with your journal in a quiet, comfy spot, maybe a blanket and your tea or coffee, and just make it like really hygge and super enjoyable. And I want you to just start writing. Write about your year, write about things that you're hoping for, keep it super general, and just like let yourself unload on the paper. Then your next journaling session, you're going to be a little more specific. You are going to journal in categories, things that you want to come into fruition in 2021. So some categories that I've used in the past: business, health and fitness, relationships, spirituality, parenting, personal goals. So come up with your categories. What is important to you? You decide. Health, giving back, home, whatever your categories are. It doesn't matter what they are, but come up with 4 or 5 categories and take some time in each category to just kind of list, like, if you could have anything in each category, like if you could just achieve whatever you could dream of in each category, what would it be? They can be small, they can be big. You'll probably have a variety, like some will be super basic and some will be like more large scale. Some will be really obscure, some will be really like you can figure out exactly when you would get that thing, So just take some time to do that. There's no right or wrong here. Whatever you get on paper is perfect. Then I would recommend one more time back with your journal, okay? So ideally this is taking place over like a couple days so that you can ruminate on it. Now maybe you think faster than I do, and that's great too. If you're like ready to just do it all in one sitting, that's fine. I I really need some time for it to all kind of come together and culminate and all of that. But work work on you in your schedule. So when you go back, this is where you're going to really create the goals that are going to go on your vision board. I had several questions with how many is too many, and I think that's a great question. There isn't like a magic number, but you when you're creating your vision board, I think having like 50 things is probably overwhelming, and it sort of defeats the purpose of looking at it and seeing something speak to you and resonating with it and really like locking in with it. So when you look at your goals in these categories in your journal, you're probably going to see some that you can reword so that it encapsulates both or several of them. So for example, I wrote this down. Visit my grandma more often. These aren't mine. I mean, I love my grandma. That could be one of mine, but this is just a for instance. Visit my grandma more often and spend more quality time with my mom. So you could reword that as spend more time with my extended family. You know, that is kind of checking both of them. So see what wordplay you can use to sort of get them into like a smaller groupings. I think, 5 to 10 is probably a good number, but again, there's no rules. So do what feels right for you. If that number feels too limiting, then don't do that many. And then you're going to take these things and turn them into your vision board. And I'm going to show you that next. But first, make sure, you guys, that anything that you come up with for your vision board makes you feel something. You should feel excited, inspired, maybe scared. Some of my goals were like, oh my gosh, that's really scary. So I think anytime you feel something, it's like a sign that that's probably a really good one. I don't think they should all be terrifying goals. I think you probably should put a few that are a little more low-hanging fruits that you are pretty sure are going to happen this year. You just need to kind of make sure you get there. And some should be maybe more up here. That's how I do it, at least. Okay, so I'm going to show you two vision boards. So back in the olden days, right, when we had magazines everywhere, we would take those magazines and cut out pictures and do that. And that's fine. If you have magazines and you like to do that, that's great. I've done that before. I think it was like 6 years ago. And what I found was that when I did that, I was trying to look for pictures that fit what I was trying to talk about, and so I was making my goals be what I found in the magazines instead of having the goals and then finding the pictures. Does that make sense? So I actually prefer doing it this way, but if you have a lot of magazines and you're super creative and you like that, do it that way. So we did one with our kids, and this was so fun. We talked about the importance of vision boarding. We talk about that stuff a lot, but we got this big piece of paper, it's sticky on one side, stuck it to the wall, and then we kind of went around and came up with ideas together as a family. So I didn't write everything they said down. I didn't write everything I came up with down. We kind of fleshed it out as we went. But I'm so excited. I just went and spent $1 on each of these. They were on sale for $1 at Michael's. Like, one of ours is family vacation. So I'm going to stick this on my board because that makes me so happy. And I think that's key, that you want it to be something that gives you a lot of joy when you look at, a lot of fire in your belly, a lot of excitement. And for me, putting stickers on it makes me really excited. Look at this one. So Paris is on my board. So cute. So, it cost me like $10 to get some stickers, and it's going to make this really cute. Okay. So we just kind of came up with these together. So some of these goals aren't really my goals specifically. They're like our family's goals. And I didn't put every one of my business goals on here because I didn't think they cared about that. But I know it's backwards, but stay healthy, strengthen friendships. We talked about, we really want to host parties again once COVID is over. get stronger. But I did put a couple that are Kristen goals on here so that the kids could kind of take ownership in that, like pay off our houses on there. This one was really fun. Play a team sport. My kids aren't super good at this or being interested in this, so we kind of talked about that. And then with that, they were like, it'd be really cool if we could each win like a competition or something. So I found a really cute sticker pack with a medal. See if I can find it. Yeah. How cute is that? So I'm gonna put the stickers on. I'm gonna hang it in my office. It's not like the cutest thing. I know it's like not super stylish, but I guess, first of all, I could make it cuter, but I really like the memory of doing this as a family. And I think that having something raw like that in your space is just really real. It keeps it like so like in your face. Like those are our goals. So anyway, I'm gonna hang it on the wall and it's gonna stay there all year. In the past, I've been kind of nervous about putting my goals on the wall, like for other people to see, but kind of recently I've been like, why do I care about that? I don't care if, you know, my family sees that, or, you know, we have friends over and they see that, it's okay. Like those are our goals. And the more people that know about them, the closer we're going to get to, you know, them coming to fruition. So that's the first one. That's the family vision board. That's a great activity if you've got kids. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you how to make one on the computer. So if you go to Canva, this is free, and you scroll down, there is one that says, you could do photo collage, but there's one even better. Desktop wallpaper, right there. So it's just blank. And my computer's a little slow. I need a new computer. That should go on my vision board. And this is where I started just kind of typing it out. Now this took me like an hour, so I spent some time, and I'd write the text. So let's see, pay off our house. And I did this, like I just started writing them. Start a new hobby. And I just did that. And I had, I don't know, less than 10 on there, okay? So then you can look for photos, free photos too. So I think I wrote mortgage. I typed mortgage. And that's where I, like this, oh, that's a pro, so you have to pay for that. But like that one's really cute and kind of gets the message across. So how I did it was I put it on top of the text and then I made the text fit and I made it pretty and, you know, I spent some time with that. The only thing I don't like about it is that I haven't figured out how to how to soften the corners. Maybe you know how to do that, or there's probably millions of ways you can do this better. This is just how I did it. I'll show you mine. And it's on my screen, like it's on my computer. So it's every time I sit down to work, my screensaver, my desktop wallpaper is here. It's here. And that makes me so happy. So I'm probably gonna put it on my phone. I'm gonna put it on my laptop, and it's just so motivating. It's just there. So I would definitely recommend doing something on your computer because that's where we spend a lot of our time, or on your phone. But I also think it's good to have something hung up. So in my case, they're slightly different, and that's okay because they're kind of doing different things. Let's see, any other tips? Make it fun. Make this process enjoyable so that you want to do it again. Like if you need to make yourself some cocktails to do it, do that. If you need to get a babysitter and go to a restaurant, well, I don't know if you can go to restaurants where you're from, but if you need to go out and do it outside of your house, just make it special and take some time on it. It is completely worth the effort and time on the back end of this so that you can see your goals come to life. Again, like that meal plan. If you make a meal plan, you're much more likely to eat healthy, to eat at home, to eat the things you want to eat than if you just freeball it. And I think when it comes to our goals, we shouldn't freeball at all. We should direct our lives the way we want them to go. I hope that's helpful, you guys. Have a great rest of 2020, and drop me some comments if you have questions or feedback on this. I hope it's helpful. I'll talk to you soon.